I'm getting fucking wrecked. Definitely getting copyright struck. Where the fuck is... What up, Nate? How we doing?
Speaks the gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes. The sand is in my veins. Come ride a camel with me today.
This music is so loud in my headphones. Oh my god, that's so much better. I can hear myself think. Thank you for the 6 months, Nate. I appreciate you, buddy. I hope the holidays treated you and your family well. God damn it. Freaking chords, bro. Freaking chords. Alright. Get my stream window open. Kid woke me up at 3:30 a.m. so I asked the EU coworker if I can move my own. Awesome. I got double sick, cold and flu, still recovering from the cold, so New Year's was pretty garbage. Yikes. Well, I hope the year turns around. That sounds absolutely miserable. God damn it. I got a new tattoo this week, which I think you saw. And I have Aquaphor on it right now, which I do for like the first 3 days. And I hate Aquaphor because it's like, it's thick and gross. After day 3, I switched to cocoa butter. But the first 3 days is really annoying. Yeah, I know. I just put my arm on like my plastic rest and it felt gross. All right. Is this an arc menu? What is this? I don't know. We're killing it anyways. New window. You know what? I haven't tweeted about streaming for a long time, so I'm gonna retweet myself and shamelessly promote. Speaking of streaming, I'm working on some freelance work with Svelte 5. Twitch.tv/DMM Mulroy. All right, I have no idea where we left off because I was in Philadelphia the first half of the week, and I can't remember the last thing I did on Friday. What up, Ross? Let's see here. Let's get organized. My keyboards got bumped. All right. Let's go update since it's been like a week. Do that. We're gonna merge conflicts. Yep. Rebase that ish. Is it just the lock file? Removing lazy lock. Sure, we'll just remove lazy lock. What do we think? Probably fine, right? Lazy will just run again. Let's see here. Why does that feel weird? There we go. Alright, that looks like the only conflicts. We'll do that. Get rebase, continue. Yep, that will all reinstall. Great. Good, that's fine. Right, quit update. What up, Cyprian? What up, PJ? I had a buddy who would saran wrap it for the Okafor stage, if I recall. I keep it wrapped for like 12-ish hours in saran wrap. And then I shower with real hot water and get all the blood and plasma off. Some people like using the, what's it called? The plastic wrap shit. Starts with an S. Why can't I think of it? Tattoo healing wrap. Sanoderm, that's what it's called. I used Sanoderm to heal a tattoo once, and I hated it. Like, when I took it off, I got, like, really bad rashes from the adhesive. And, so I just heal it normally now. It doesn't itch yet. It'll probably start itching around, like, Sunday or Monday. Can you guys see that well? Yeah. Dude, he put like, I don't know if you can see like the here, can I do it this way? Like the bones chipping flying off of it. He's so good. My artist is so good. You're still itches sometimes 7 years later? That doesn't sound healthy. You might see a dermatologist. Thanks, Cyprian. All right. Let's do a Nix Flake update. What we cooking today? I'm trying to remember where I left off. Let's go look at Git and see the last thing we pushed. I gotta finish up the account card refactor and approval from the coach. Okay, so I haven't pushed for a hot minute. Or it's probably pushed to a branch. Last week. This might be it. No, that's not it. I don't know. As soon as Nix is down here, we'll check. Sabine is streaming on Camo and you're streaming TypeScript, so she's still cooler than you, even without tattoos. I didn't know Sabine was streaming right now. Sabine has always been cooler than me, even when I was rating Ocaml full time. All right, let's see here. DWB, get that updated. And you have performed absolution for their Listen, you know, I've accepted my fate of TypeScript being in my life forever. I at least now get to write most things with EffectTS, so that makes me happy. How much OCaml do you need to stream per unit of TypeScript to achieve absolution? You know, honestly, not a lot. Just getting it installed and building a simple project, I think, is enough. I think OCaml might still be my most used language on GitHub. Let's go. TypeScript is slowly clawing its way back, though. That's gonna happen. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so we're still running a dev server. So if we pop open the browser, I don't need another Arc instance. Quite a lot. The exchange rate on TypeScript is really bad. Yeah, I do have the Capuchin. I think it's Capuchin, right? I'm not crazy. That has to be the way to say it. So we should be live at localhost. Yeah. Great. Hey, Nate Codes. Lol. I was making mock data and I had Twitter up last week and yours was the first name I saw. Me and my financial advisor business. Yeah. All right, so we are starting to make the tabs below. I don't know if I like that button. That feels weird. Where else do we have buttons? I don't think I have any in the client view. That's just gonna take me to the old card. Yeah. Clients forked, right? Because there's no data. I don't know if I like that. So let's do a old bring the code editor over, get this over here. I'm sorry everyone, I know you can't see the screen. I don't watch Ludwig. That was somebody else in chat. All right. So we have. Where's the button here? It's got to be under signed up. Yeah, right here. Destructive. I'm tempted to just get rid of the color here. Background. This should honestly be background, brand, green. And this will be text background, what do we call that? Brand dark. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't like. That's not what we want. If we just do that. And then I'm gonna see what my normal button variant looks like here. And we can do a flex grow on these to get these bigger. Wait, what just happened with the... Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so we need to... That obviously doesn't work. We need a variant on here. Let's say primary. What are my options? Secondary, outline, default, link. That does nothing. Secondary. Outline. Can't read that at all. That's terrible. Let's see here. I know I have buttons that I like. In the onboarding flow. Let's go look at that quick. Sign up. Foo bar 999-888-76. Sure, fine. And we'll do Dylan.Mulroy plus foobar at gmail.com. Foobar. Create account. Okay, go grab the verification code quick. Yoink that. Come in here, paste that back in. That was very good. Thank you so much. Verify code. 834. Okay, maybe I don't have a green button here. Metrics 2. Did that not upload? Why did that not upload? That was weird. An error. Alright, let's refresh. I lost Twitch chat. And we're back. Have you ever used instant.nvim? I have not. See you, Nate. Feel better, buddy. There we go. Pending coach review. Okay. So we can go and emulate approving this. Where do I find my scripts I saved? Is it in like something like this? There we go. That's what I wanted. We'll just come in here and say plus foobar, and then we'll execute that. One row affected. By the time we get back over here, we hit a 500 internal server, just as expected. Why? Ah. Okay. Let's just go up here and right click out, and then I can Vim, and now I can open my MRC. What was I doing here? Oh, I know what I was doing there. I'm gonna blur my screen quick. Yeah, Rugged, I changed my layout, but I think I want to change it back. App URL, what am I doing here? I'm doing a cloak disable. HTTPS, localhost. What are we on? 5173. Actually, that's not HTTPS, that's HTTP. Cloak enable. All right, how about now? All right, I can unblur that. Is that hard-coded somewhere? That shouldn't be hard-coded, right? Then, what was the URL again? Payment success. That could be in several places, actually, now that I think about it. It could be, we have a package for Stripe, billing, source, Stripe. That seems fine. And then we have source, routes, authenticated, onboarding, payment, and we would see get mvar app URL. Let's just like log out what this is. Should be localhost here. r10.versel.app. I saved that though. There we go. This should work better now. There we go. I thought you would get a EffectTS tattoo. Not until they pay me. I think it turned out sick though. I'm really happy with how it, let me see here. It's easier to go like that. I don't know the best way to show this thing. Ugh. Let's see here. We'll just say we're gonna do group coaching for a year. I know you guys can't see this, so I'll move this over here. That's weird. Checkout. Sure. Blur my screen quick. We don't check that. We'll use our Stripe test card. Stripe to set. I just noticed that typo. Very good. Just docs my phone number. Thank you so much. Wait a second. Why did that not redirect me? That should have redirected me to the app. Oh, there we go. That was a weird delay. I guess I don't have any green buttons in this thing. It's all dark buttons, and I don't have any buttons. Okay. Well, that changes things a bit. I was certain I had one somewhere. Who's my coach user? Nicholas Klein. All right, let's log in back to our coach. This is probably foobar. Dude, I don't even remember how to do this. I forgot my account password. Foobar. No, is that it? There we go. Nailed it. I need to fix this table. I hate this table. But first I need to take this button and make it not hideous. So let's go back in here. We'll go back to, this is going to be under, I don't remember what we called this. Yeah, here we go. So let's give this, let's get rid of this variant. And we're gonna say, whoops, that is what we want. First one can be destructive, but this one, let's say background is going to be brand green. Text is going to be, I don't know, like Slate 300, Slate 200. And then we'll take the border is going to be brand green, and we want to darken that. Is there a darken? I know there's a way to darken stuff. I just can't remember how it works. Tailwind, darken color by 20%. Dylan stopped lying. Got one just last week for my wife, of course. I think it was $11, cheaper than ever. Let's go. What's that? Cool. Use brightness. I feel like there's other ways to do this. But can't you like divide it? Like I can come in here and like divide by, yeah. Like what happens if I divide by 5? Why? Oh, that's not the right URL. Oh, that's opacity. Is that what that does? Oh yeah, that is opacity. All right, so it's saying brightness. Okay. What if we do brightness, like 75? That is not great. But I wanted border, that's what we wanted. Is that a valid thing that I can do? It's probably not valid. Yeah, no, it's not. Text slate, we can probably drop that down another. What is the color on the actual text here? It's one thing I don't know. E. If I remove this, that looks better. Hover, we need to do like, do we normally darken? Yeah, we do darken. Hover will be like brightness 90. And we gotta do, hover will be background brand green. Justine set off the alarm. So what is the default text on that right now? Hover text accent foreground. Does anyone see the text? Normal text? Oh, Vin? Hell nah. Never heard of this idea. Is it something? Hell nah. I think that's just like my default text color, right? If I do like hover text current. There we go. Except I want the text. That did not work at all, actually. Or is that the... I think that's the brightness impacting the background. So let's go just have ChatGPT spit out a 20% tailwind config. It's in here. We want Friend green. Let's see if ChatGPT can do this. Create a green dark that is the value of green, but 20% darker. So I can just do this, right? Because if we look at my CSS vars, they're going to be in source app CSS. Ooh, good look. Excellent decision. Sick. Okay, yeah, let me grab the hex code for that. That's gonna be over here. And that'll be over here. Dang, corporate mommy over here.
Stop, please stop.
Sheesh.
Would this look cute? Dylan,
What?
would this look cute?
Yeah,
Like really cute?
very cute.
Like that?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Does it sit right? Should I adjust anything?
Yeah, that's good.
It looks good?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm leaving. I have a meeting before work at Fidelity, so.
What?
I have a meeting before work at Fidelity.
At Fidelity?
Uh-huh.
What's at Fidelity?
I have to sign a bunch of paperwork.
For what?
My new exec board
Oh.
thing. That's cool. I like that you just changed all the colors. Big fan.
It's called Atlantis?
Alright. Goodbye. I love you.
Bye. I love you. Have a good day. Do I want this one or this one? In fact, we'll just grab this. We'll copy that. And we'll go ahead and go in here. And we'll go into Tailwind config. And we'll just put Atlantis in here. Oh my god, I love that. That's so good. And 400's our default. That plugin for NeoVim is probably the greatest thing I ever added. Like, this looks good. Like, this, damn, this is such a good app. Thank you for showing me this. This is awesome. You should see Justine's office. Her office is green and black. What? I don't know. They're on the counter. Are they? on the coffee table.
I don't see any of those places.
Okay, I'll be right back, chat.
I'm still awake.
You're right here on the coffee table. Did you even look?
Yeah, I did. I truly did. Thank you.
Dogs, fruit bed.
Yep. You're gonna have to poop soon. Please check vegetables up. Look at my food.
Functions describe the world.
Okay, get your water. And we're back. Dylan had wolf eyes for a second. Okay, great. This is good. This is good. This is good. Contrast grid. Oh, whatever. Can I find like complementary colors? This is nice. This is nice, chat. I should go grab like this too, the background color, while we're here, and do the same thing. Mine shaft. So that's 950. Oh, dude, I am almost convinced to sign up for this. That's not quite what I want. All right, let's go back to fuck off. I could probably recreate this with V0. Yeah, I don't like that gray at all. Like, I like the gray that I have on this background right here. Like, I think that looks good, but I'm not a huge fan of the rest of the colors here. Feels like a funeral company. I mean, you're not wrong. Grab that color again. And it's suggesting for the button. Who does, God, this style is like, reminds me of like 2010. Okay, let's go ahead and take this. So we said the default's gonna be 500. You can probably downshift 1. So 400, 500, 600. So let's just go to our button and we'll do it that way. This is probably in Svelte 4 if I had to guess. Maybe not. Default. Background primary. Let's do primary. Whatever. Or we'll do brand green. And this will be background Atlantis. Why? Oh, I'm not getting autocomplete here. That's okay. Atlantis 400. And then on hover, it goes to background Atlantis 500. And then active will be background Atlantis 600. Let's see here. So we have brand green. Let's see if we actually get that over here. So we should see Baxter, how did you get in here? Brand green. Much better. Okay. I want to go back one more time and look at our color theme for the destructive variant. Whatever, that's fine, I guess. All right. So we have a design in V0 we were working off of. So let's go look at that again. I would just make 400 default and 50. Well, I like the default looks good on white backgrounds. I don't have very many buttons on top of the like kind of grayish brown color. Most of my colors are on top of the white, and the default actually does look good on that. Oh my god, for the love of Christ. That's gonna be the wrong password. Let me make sure that's blurred. Great. Okay. What? Didn't I just authenticate? Dashboard. Thank you. I hate Okta. I hate Okta so much. What did I come here for? I was going to V0. Right. There we go. Library R10. Right here. Something went wrong. Very good. Very glad. Not that one. Very demure. Very respectful. I don't think any of these are changing. Very good. What was the design I was working off of? Something like this. Yeah. Ah, yeah, it was under here. It's like variation 10. Oh, I do like that. I remember thinking this looked so good. Or this one in particular. Which one is it? Variation 1, variation 2, variation 3, variation... Yeah, you better apologize for the error, V0. Turbo mode, go. Nyum. Metame, are you here? Are you hanging out ambiently in chat? Doesn't look like it. I find it confusing to read from left to right sometimes, the design you just showed. I'm going to do, this is probably the closest thing to like what I'm doing here. I just don't know where the right variation. Something like this. Yeah, this is actually it right here. And except in here, I think I'm going to shove all of this in one column and then the accelerator, because this should be a radar chart, which I don't know why it's not working here. There should be a radar chart down here. Which I don't know. I'll just grab this and say the radar chart for 13 isn't rendering. My dogs are ringing the bells. I have to go let the dogs out since they just ate breakfast. So give me 3 or 4 minutes here, chat, while V0 figures its life out, and I'll be right back. Letting the dojis out. All right, yeah, I'll be right back.
Functions describe the world.
swear to God, the dogs think that freaking they're guard dogs and they have to freaking bark. Yet they're the friendliest freaking dogs in the world. Is the song request working? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna next this, and then we're gonna switch the playlist. And we're just gonna go home, and then we'll. Oh no! Add to your queue, and we'll just skip. There we go. We've saved the day. All right, variation 13. Still doesn't render. That's okay. All right, so the styles here are. Let's replicate this first, right? So let's go back to our app. And we need to basically grow that to start. So let's start there. The tabs list is this one, and I need to see something. Background color, or background red. 300. Okay, so that's the background we're working with there. That looks good. And in here, we can probably give this a class, and we can say flex grow. No? Well, that's the column. We can say width full. Okay, so that is going to the full width. Is that happening anyways? I'm curious. Yeah, okay, so that's doing that, the tab list. Maybe this needs to width full. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe we do actually, I should just go look at the styles and steal it from V0, right? See how that's happening. Variant 13. Yeah, I've noticed it's felt like the quality of Spotify's UI, which beyond offline mode, I always thought pretty highly of, but it's starting to feel not stellar. So this thing gets, what are the classes on this? All right, so we're using a grid. In fact, we can probably just like yoink this, right? And that's on our tab list component. Do that, and then the tab
Functions describe the world.
button, I'm assuming, is the tab trigger. Let's see how that looks now. Thank you for the follow, Chandler. Appreciate you hanging out. And Mythazor, Ariel, Oscar, appreciate all you hanging out. Welcome to stream. We are fighting CSS. All right. So that's getting closer. The question is, how did the gap do the gap there. Oh, there is no gap. It's only... Oh, it's because they're all given the same value. No wonder that's wrong. Performance metrics, and this will be activity log. That looks better. Oh, that's interesting. I don't like that at all. The active state is hideous. So let's come over here and we can get rid of you. Let's yoink. Probably gonna have to drop down into the component. Because if we go look, like this looks good until it has selected state. Right? So focus visible. We want to basically get rid of the focus. Focus visible, outline none. Oh, it's because our ring is set in our color scheme. So let's just go steal the color that the there's like no difference between active state. Like if we look here and we add all right, so I think we can fix that. If we go into here, add a class equals, it'll be focus visible is going to be ring 2. Is that a color? It is. We just do none. You could do transparent and then focus visible. What happens when we do that? Morning, Colin. Yeah, we're almost there. It's like when we click. Focus visible. Alright, we should just go to the tab list and fix this, right? Like, that feels like the better option to do here. It's going to be in our tabs trigger. What's this upset about? Okay. We'll want to, this is to do with our focus we're just gonna do find 3 plus, and we'll come to here, do the same thing. Just give ourselves some breathing room. We'll go to 0, do that again. That's good enough. Focus ring. What is ring ring? I kind of feel like we can just get rid of all the focus visible. Ring ring's the color of the ring. All right.
Functions describe
All right,
the
that
world.
broke. It's not what we wanted. I think we can get rid of this one and then maybe. Nope, that's not right still. What? I just want those styles. All right. There it's at least separated. I want to get rid of the ring on focus. I think it's this one. Like if I do, can I do transparent? That's not it. That breaks. How is this? It feels weird that yeah. Tab trigger is a button under the hood. I'm guessing, oh, I know what I did here. I'm an idiot. We have one long string. There we go. Like, what happens if we delete this one, right? We get a ring. Okay. We can just do, like, ring 0. Is that a thing that exists? What is that one that's causing data state active, background color, data state, focus, ring 0. Find to replace 0. It's like on clicking. Just remove focusable ring classes. That's what I tried, but oh, I know why I screwed that up. All right. We want to disable the ring. Where is it getting that? It's like focus. Nope. I don't know where that one click. State active, shadow, text foreground, focus ring offset, outline none. That's not right. I don't know where that fucking outline is coming from. So I just need to like no. Focus. I already have that. Is it this one? No, I can't figure out how to get rid of this stupid ring. Focus ring, transparent, red, 700. What happens if I do that? That doesn't change anything. I have no idea where that's coming from. Wait, did I do it? So it's like when I put on let me turn off transition all. Yeah, let's see. All right, that seems to help it. So we can say focus within transition. Can I do like a transition none? Transition colors. That's not it. Transition none. All right, that seems right. Do I have a typo? Maybe just getting rid of transition in general. Whatever, that feels like it worked. So great. Okay, that works for me. Good enough. So when we look at the onboarding assessment, we'll have this down here, value. I do want to make sure that the actual value is changing. So we'll come in here and we'll say we need to make a piece of state here. We'll come in here and say const active tab is equal to state, and we'll do onboarding status or assessment. And then we can come down here and we should be able to put a bind on the tab list. Bind value. Change around that with that, and this will be active tab. Cannot bind to constant. Yeah. There we go. Great. And then in here, we can just do like onboarding assessment just to make sure that we are in the right tabs and they're changing, performance metrics, and finally, this will be activity. How do they use this component? This song always feels reminiscent of Phil Collins. Yeah. Dude, I love Phil Collins. Okay. Phil Collins. People like me, strangers like me. Hell yeah, we're listening to strangers like me, chat. It's fucking classic. Chat, does anyone use domains on Vercel? And if you use domains on Vercel, do you have feedback, positive or critical, or feature requests? Or if you rebuilt domains from scratch, how you would do it? Because I am submitting my planning, and you can have real influence over what domains and DNS and aliasing looks like on Vercel if you speak now. I currently don't use Vercel domains. What would it take to get you to use Vercel domains? Components, tabs. Tabs.content. So we do, that's all within the root. I wanna know, can you show me? Dude, so good. It's so good. And we'll bind to the value. Actually, we don't even need to bind. We can just say the value is going to equal the active tab. Oh no, that does that make sense? This will be onboarding assessment. Do that. Tabs content. I wanna know, can you show me? I don't think I knew they had it. I think I do some nonsense of domain via Cloudflare and Netlify to deploy. Well, let me get you onto Vercel. Like, genuinely, let me know what the features are that would take for you to move your domains and deployments to Vercel, and we'll work towards that. If you look
Speaks
at
the
Vercel
gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes.
Domains,
The sand is
right?
in my veins.
You come in.
Come
We
ride a
sell
camel
at
with me
cost domains
today.
now, so we don't take any revenue, or we don't take any profit from domains. So if you were to look at, like, I don't know, foodbarbaz39, our .com, super cheap. We don't add any additional fees. We have a ton of TLDs. We do premium, and then our DNS stuff is pretty good. What's a good one to look at here? Look at effect.ceo. Okay, I don't have effect.ceo on here. Moray.dev. In fact, we can look at this one. Easy to manage. DNS. Yeah, specifically like stuff like this. Like, what would be useful here? What is confusing? How much was foodbarbaz? We can go look. Foodbarbaz. .com is taken. Foodbarbaz.app is $18. Foodbarbaz.sh is 60. What a random ass price for foodbarbaz.art. Is there a .py? I think I picked Cloudflare because it was $10 a year for domain registration. The problem with Cloudflare is you can't change your name servers, which is really annoying. They lock you into their name servers. We don't do that. You can use Cloudflare name servers on Vercel. You can use any name servers, Route 53, whatever you want. Foobar Baz AZ. Is AZ a foobar dot AZ? No. Arizona needs to register a TLD. How am I liking Svelte? I like Svelte a lot. What's so funny is this component right here feels super good to use. And it's like not using, this component is 7.5 years old, this whole screen right here. And it's still using class components. There might even be mixins in the code. Like this was written by G and Evil Rabbit 7.5 years ago. And it's powered by WebSockets under the covers. Hey, DMM Mulroy, I was told you write Gleam sometimes. Is this true? I do. I do write Gleam sometimes. I like Gleam a lot. All right. Okay, that looks good. So let's see if we can get all of these rendering. And this will be performance metrics. And this will be activity. Yeah. Activity log. All right, that looks good. And then under here, we can replicate this pretty class. Oh yeah, do you know when you'll be gleaming again? Probably not for a while. Yeah, probably not for a while, unfortunately. I already streamed twice this week and showed Elixir code. Ryan will never be satisfied, Teach. It's like that song from Hamilton soundtrack. Satisfied, look at that. This is about Ryan. All right, so we're gonna want a div, of course. Always gotta have our div. So let's do flex, and we'll do a flex call. Then we're gonna have a div that will be a flex row. See you, Teach. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so then in this row, we'll have two more divs, as one does. And in here, these don't need to be flex rows. These will be actually calls. And we'll have in this one a span, not a spa. And we'll have, that's like a clock. Who's never been satisfied. And we'll do class, and we'll do like a gap of 2 maybe. Gap 2. And then in here, we'll do years in bussiness. Haven't you? Wait, just you wait. And then we have the span for the number. We'll just put 5 here for now. And we know the text is going to be brand green. In fact, we can start refactoring. We can do the same thing on this. Actually, how do we color in the icons up here? Yeah. In fact, we can do something here. We can go to Spectre, and we can come in here and we can say text brand, or really we can, anywhere we see, that was weird, Spectre, we'll say brand green. We can replace that with text Atlantis 400. Hopefully that didn't make a bunch of .e cards. Okay, cool, it didn't. That worked perfectly. I might consider the triangle dome, but I have a question. Yeah, hit me. I think in a couple of weeks, there's going to be me and the person who's starting, which most of you will know from Twitter. Very excited that this person is joining my team. They start on Monday. I think maybe once a week or maybe once every other week, I might do like Vercel Domains office hours and just stream for an hour and field feedback and build in public on domains. And yeah, I really want to make Vercel the best place to host and manage domains and DNS. So whatever it takes to get people there, I want to do. And like I said, especially because I know a bunch of y'all in chat, like you guys have, I value your feedback and input. And you can have some outsized influence over the domains product at Vercel. Your new hire's the Whopper guy? Yeah, me and BK Angry King are gonna be, yeah. No joke, I would actually like to chat with him sometime. Like, I think he has some very horrible social and political takes. But every once in a while, he has a good technical take that I agree with. And I also, we are so, diametrically opposed to how we think about software that I would just love to have a conversation with him. Yeah, the Whopper guy. We have a mutual understanding of each other. Who is the Whopper guy? He's an insufferable prick on Twitter that almost always has terrible takes. BK Angry Dr. Whopper, this guy. I don't even follow him. I interact with him frequently though. Where was the thing? We came to an agreement on something recently. Where was it? I tweeted about this stupid ass XML protocol that I have to work with. It's after this. Amazing release. All right, yeah, right here. If you have the choice between implementing your own custom XML protocol and or literally anything else, please do the latter. And then he said use WS. He's a .NET guy. And so I linked him to this fucking protocol that I have to work with. Like, rather than being just a normal company and using SOAP and WSDL, they made their own XML protocol, which is defined here. And like, it's batshit crazy. It's so dumb. Everything is optional. I'm in Arc browser. And what this looks like in practice is like this whole thing. So I built this whole thing up in TypeScript, and I parse from XML to JavaScript via XML, and like it's just miserable to work with. Like, let me show you the where is provisioning register. So this is the command we use to purchase domains at Vercel, and this shit is fucking insane. Like, I don't mind XML. Let me be clear. Like, I do not have any problem with XML APIs. Like, it's obviously easier to work with JSON in JavaScript and TypeScript because it's like built into the language, but like it's just a data serialization format. Don't care. But when you don't use like the standard like SOAP and WSDL, like if you use SOAP and WSDL, you can generate clients in almost any mainstream language from like the API definitions that WSDL gives you. But they don't have that, and they have these really complex types. So I can't type gen any code, and I have to type out all this stuff. But like, here's what this freaking right here. This is what the XML payload looks like to buy a domain. This is like what I have to construct when you buy a domain on Vercel. What is happening here? The police. Let's go. And there's just like a million different options. Then I have to parse the response. God, it's just garbage. And there's so many just like edge cases. Like all of these are coming so bad. I hate this API so much. Well, I can show you the like the way I do this. I can show you because I wrote it open source. Give me a second here and I'll show you like the parsing flow of this. Let's go here. Let me go to GitHub. In fact, I might even have it pulled. Probably not. 1 second, chat. Where are you? Here we go. Packages. Open SRS. All right. So this is the code I wrote to do the parsing. Like this is like the client library I've written to work with this. So the entry point is this client right here. Nothing super exciting. I have like these sub properties that represent the different parts of the API. So if you were to go look at like the API here, you'll see like lookup commands, SSL service commands, provision commands. That's broken down the same way where we just were, right? Lookup commands, provisioning commands. We have this command executor or executor abstraction. We can execute raw XML. The HTTP client I wrote. So here's the constructor. We create an Axios client. I have a custom interceptor. when you do a fetch request with the HTTP client, we XML parse. The interceptor attaches a bunch of, they do this crazy authentication pattern where they like, you have to take the hash of your API key and then hash it with the content length of the command. Just absolutely batshit crazy. Yeah, I use Neverthrow for all of this. And then what else is interesting? So if we look at the XML client, I'm using fast XML parser. Oh, I realize ads are going. I'll wait till ads are over. $40 till ads over. If I had to do this, I'd release a library called Everthrow that throws everything. I actually wrote a, let me see if I can find it here. I wrote, because like I wrote this client before I started using Effect at Vercel, but I'm starting to build out new services using Effect, and I wrote this in my prelude file. I have Neverthrow result to Effect, and I use this to convert. I like wrapped the client. So this just takes a Neverthrow result and converts it to an EffectTS effect, and it works so well. It's so good. Let's see here. Back to, where was I? Is it in here? Packages. Yeah, okay, so we're back. Ads are over. What else is interesting in here? Probably not much, right? We have our XML, and the XML can, we have like this safe build thing. This is just wrapping fast XML parser and Neverthrow. I create our like kind of namespace module. We can deserialize. We safe parse. We can attach the raw XML to requests for debugging in Datadog. Then if we step into what the client actually looks like, right? So we create an HTTP client, we pass the HTTP client to this command executor thing, and then we pass the command executor to like these kind of subclasses. So if we look at what the command executor looks like, let's jump over here. Takes our HTTP client, and then we have this wild looking abstraction with types, but it's not too crazy. Oh, we got a raid. Thank you, Sabine. Yeah, I'm using Axios because Axios has a good interceptor API I like a lot. Yeah, Neverthrow uses the same kind of generator syntax in its safe try API. How was your stream, Sabine? So what a command looks like, a command has an action, an object name, and a payload. And so like if you were to look at what like the, what would be a good one to look at? Get price would be a good one. If you look at what the request looks like here, so we have a command or the action, the object. What did I say was on there? Yeah, payload. So we construct that. We have a response, which we derive through types. Bunch of type helpers, and then in here the executor takes the HTTP client and we convert it to a message, which we'll go over what a message is in a second. The message is like my type that represents the XML protocol but just in TypeScript, and then we convert that message to XML and then we send it, and then we do the same thing on the way back, right? We get our XML, we parse it to a message, and then I basically just attach the raw XML for debugging. But what our message looks like, if you recall, I worked on this a bit with David Bloss. I never got to converting to archetype. But we built out this stupid giant type, which is obnoxious. Like, we have this message. The message has an ops envelope. The ops envelope has a header and a body. The body has a data block. The data block can be a association or an array, which then can be a data item, which a data item is freaking any of these things. It sucks. I hate it. It's so hard to work with. But we can get XML. We can deserialize it. We can call message.parse, which is a Zod parser. To XML just goes in the opposite direction. Just so annoying to work with. He was helping me. I have a PR somewhere written with like most of this protocol written to archetype. I just never got around to finishing it. Oh yeah, here, I'll raise my desk now. We'll stand for a bit. So yeah, that's the funness that I am working with. I can also show you how I wrap this client that uses never throw and convert it to effect. If you give me 1 second. Am I blurred? Let me see here. I think I'm blurred. I should be blurred. Yeah. All right. Give me 1 second to get to the other package that I can show. Okay, here's like the first service I'm kind of working on in Effect. So if you come in here, this is how I wrap the client. So let's see here. I have some options. And then I use this pattern all the time for wrapping non-effect clients, SDK clients, and it works so well. So I come in here, I create a new client. This is the client we were looking at in the OpenSRS package. We create an experimental client, which is not super important what that is. We make our use function. And then down here, this is the client. And then I have an OpenSRS tag that actually implements all of this. So I basically, I made this crazy type down here to convert, make sure I was converting the entire client from never throw to effect. So I have this effectful client, recursively traverse a type T. If T is a function returning a promise with a result, transform it into a function returning a effect. If T is an object, recurse into its properties, otherwise leave it as is. So I used that as the type I'm programming against here, effectful client. I pass that in, right? And then I just use that use pattern and it works flawlessly. If you look up here in the use, where is it at? Yeah, right here. This line right here, every result of the API gets effect.end then, and then we convert it from a never throw result to an effect, and it just composes together so freaking nice. So that's my fun of working with this bastard API. But where I got distracted here was talking about Angry Burger. Where was that? You know you really screwed up when the two of us can agree what you made sucks. And that's so fucking true. If BK Angry King and I agree on something, you know you fucked up. You either did something insanely good and simple, or you did something just flat out horrible and should feel bad about yourself. Some more Hamilton, let's go. All right. That was a, you know what? I forgot to take my ADHD meds this morning. Can you guys tell that adventure we just went on? Liza. Great. I will never get justify and align items. Is that? Oh, that's not it. What is it? Item center? Yeah, there we go. I will never get those right on my first try. Remember when Lin-Manuel Miranda rapped on a bus in the hit show How I Met Your Mother? I've never seen that. Can you educate me? So when you get the pricing for a domain, does each TLD have a central pricing server? Yes. So the way it works is, how's the best way to describe this? You'll hit, this has to do with basically DNS, right? So what happens is you have your local device and you have a DNS cache on your local device cache, right? And it'll check if the domain you're trying to hit, right? I don't need to explain DNS, but every TLD has its own registry. Just call it server. That's not quite exactly right because it's like a giant distributed system, right? It's basically the internet. But there is a controller of every TLD. So somebody owns .com, somebody owns .ai, there's like a controller for .io, and they all have their own, they determine the prices for their TLD. And what's more annoying is they determine the prices for premium and what makes something premium. So like what might be a premium domain on one TLD doesn't make it premium on another TLD. So like if I have Dylan.com, that's probably a premium.com TLD, but like it might not be like Dylan.arrow, might not be premium. And the pricing is all just arbitrary. It's so annoying.
Functions describe the world.
But we do we sell zero cost domains, so we don't tack on any fees or anything. Like the price you pay is like straight from the TLD server, or straight from the registry server that manages the TLD. But what makes everything so complicated is that, so like if you look at Vercel.domains, right, like as you type this, we're doing lookups for prices, and premium's not great right now. So if we, foobar baz 39, right? We get all these prices. All of the prices we keep in sync from the registries, and we know these numbers are cached. So we can provide them really quick. But we're going to have to, when I get to refactoring and rebuilding this, there's going to have to be extra loading state. And for every TLD, if the TLD supports premium domains, I have to make an extra network request to check if it's premium. Then if it is premium, I have to issue another request to get the premium price. It's like such an annoying system. I freaking hate it. I hate it. we're going to say, what is the background on this guy? We can probably just copy these exact. I'm gonna have to go yell at my dog. She's barking for no reason. And that will go in flex call, flex row. There we go. There we go. And we're gonna want to put on here probably some font. I don't know, let's do a title. And we'll do bold. Maybe semi-bold. I don't have semi-bold. I should update that. Where is the, how do I set the, yeah, here we go. Font. I think I have it at 400. Maybe not. All right, we'll just make it font bold for now. And then we want to make this size, let's see here. Text 3XL. And yeah, we already have the color. That's good. Font bold. That looks good. So, hold on, Justine's calling me. Hello? Okay, it's probably gas. I'm not worried about it. Bye. So if we bought a domain from Vercel, they have to front the money to the TLD and you collect from us. Fraud is a problem, yeah, but we actually do it the other way around, is we collect the money from you and then we buy it from the registry, and if it fails for whatever reason from the registry, we automatically refund you. We have price restrictions, so you can't just like buy a domain and then dispute the transaction. We have like some Stripe stuff set up to help prevent that, and like to really help prevent that, we have like cost caps that you need like manual approval from our CSE team if the domain's over X amount of dollars. Yeah, so there's a window of about I don't know, sometimes about a week, that you can basically refund to the registry. But yeah, it's a tough problem to solve. It's a really, really hard problem to solve. We enforce Stripe 3DS payments for domains now to help drive that down. That's new as of like November. And so we're collecting generally higher quality payments. Yeah, it's a freaking tough problem. I mean, this is like the same thing with like any SaaS, right? Like everywhere I've ever worked, chargebacks and disputes have been a problem. It's just like a hard problem to solve. Can I do like a vertical split on this thing? Can we do ooh. How does that look on screen? Good enough. Years in business, so my bold doesn't look as good. We'll make that semi-bold, I guess. Did someone request, is this is definitely, what's his name? The comedian, right? Bo Burnham? Yeah. People are, what up, Nightshade? My favorite asshole. Alright, whatever, we'll do that. Actually, we can just keep it normal, right? What's medium? 500. Normal is what? 400? So we'll go medium. And let's add a better gap here. 4, 9, 4, gap 2. That looks pretty good. Man, I want that to be just like slightly thicker. Semi-bold. Doesn't look stellar to me. Like that looks bold. What's the difference here if I go bold? Can I switch these? Can I rotate? Move to top. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Oh, it's Geist Sand. That's not what we want. There we go, that works. You have title and header. Yeah, we'll do title. And we'll go a size up maybe. What size font is this? This is Flex Gap 2. What is the text size? I guess it's just one rem. All right. In fact, this wants to be, should have been column. Or no, we need, that does need to be a row, and then we need another div. Div soup, baby, it's always another div. This will be call now. Yeah, and I should be able to add basically the same div. Put that there, and this will instead become, what is the icon? That's probably like people rounded or something. Should just never close the dev console. Lucide users, okay. I made those 5. Divs the whole way down, baby, dude. Dude, Dreamweaver was my start, man. Freaking tables. It wasn't even divs the whole way down. It was freaking tables the whole way down, at least to start when I started. It generated table layouts. Let's get a gap here. That looks fine. Maybe 4. Let's see what that looks like. 3. Yeah, 3 looks good. So years in business is now going to become number of households. And this is going to become users. Get that in from Lucide Svelte. Everything in tables, hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Great, that looks good. We probably want to grow this. I want to see background red 300. Why would we not see that div? ID equals foo. Oh, right, that's for the bottom one. That was weird. It was trippy. I've noticed this thing where Tailwinds, when I add a new class that hasn't been compiled before, I have to restart. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so we really want this to be, we have you, and then we're gonna put in a second div here. So you go down to there, or we yoink you. We'll put 2 side by side to start. What's upset here? Yoink. And we should be able to put that there. Yeah. And we want in this gap 4. And really actually let's say this is going to be, this one doesn't need grow. Down here, yeah, that'll work. We might end up switching to a column layout here. Let's see, we'll keep going here. But in this second one, we can just throw in some just like lorem ipsum. So let's go grab some lorem ipsum. Ipsum? Can't talk. Lorem ipsum generator. Great. We'll grab 3 paragraphs. Throw that in there, boom. And get rid of that background. And you get rid of you. We can really do something like flex, grow. This will be like, I don't know, 2, and yank find that. We'll come down here. do flex grow 4. You could scale that down to 1 or 2. What if we do... Shouldn't that change the sizing here? Let's say I do 3 and then 1. I need to restart. Okay, that obviously doesn't work how I thought it did. Flex row. I think we'll just use a grid in this div instead of a flexed. So this will be man, I really thought that's how flex grow worked. Flexbox. Chris Coyer, my Lord and Savior on Flexbox. Is that not exactly what I'm trying to do here? That's flex grow 3, and this is flex grow 1. And what? Morning, Dan. Josh Coleman's. That's funny.
It's the gospel of the camel. I speak the gospel of the dunes. The sand is
Thank
in
you,
my
sir.
veins.
Appreciate you, brother.
Come ride a camel with me today.
Does anyone know what I'm doing wrong here? Oh, because it's a column. Or no. It is a row. So flex grow should grow to the right. Dude, what am I doing wrong? Alright, we're just gonna try to use grid because grid's easier for this kind of shit. But I always forget grid more than I forget flex. We'll have grid calls, and we'll say it's gonna be 5. And then we can say I need grid column, grid how do I just say that one needs to... Here we go. Call span. So in here, that's not even the right one. I put the... This should be grid. And then we want grid calls 5. And this is going to have a call span of 2. And right, we can get rid of you. And then this one will have a call span 3. Right? Why wouldn't that work? Is this the thing where I have to recompile? I hope not. There we go. That looks good. That's what we're going for, chat. See, I'm a web dev. I know what I'm doing. I'm a senior engineer at Vercel, I swear. We should listen to Do You Hear the People Sing in Spirit of Eating the Rich. Singing the songs of angry men. Dude, the French national anthem is also pretty fucking crazy. What up, Ninja? We're just listening to some anti-government music. Anti-Trudeau music. That's funny. Dude, Hugh Jackman and what is the circus musical? Hugh Jackman. From Now, yeah, The Greatest Showman. Which is the one that he does with what's the kid's name? Zach? Zac Efron. To this one? Dude, musical music can be fire. I feel like people sleep on musicals. What did we do for the styling on these? We said font title, font medium. Class is going to be font title, font medium.
Functions describe the world.
Thank you for the follow there, Hungarian. And Winterlong123 if you're still around. Appreciate you.
Functions describe the
What did I
world.
do wrong here? Oh, I wanted to put that there. How did I fuck this up? That div needs to be that, and this needs to close. That's what we got wrong. There we go. And that will go in this div. Uh-huh. And we want to make the text, what is the text here? Text zinc. Let's try zinc 500. Yeah, we'll do that. Does that even look better than whatever the default is? A little bit. go 700. All right, let me make sure. I didn't realize it was past 10. Let me just make sure I'm not missing a meeting right now. I am not. Great. Excellent. So let's wrap up this card. Or let's wrap up the onboarding assessment part of this card. We'll throw in limiting factors, which we can grab U. Limiting factors, that will go here. Yep. Why did that get a gap? I put it the wrong spot. That'll go in there. Yep. And then we can put a class is going to be flex. All right. I don't remember. Oh, this is fucking. Why is this? So good. All right. Grab that text. In fact, we're just gonna DJ it because I don't feel like listening to music. What a change up. What a change up. Okay, that looks good. And then we need the chart, which is, do I still have that in here? I don't. All right, I have to find where that component's at. It's going to be under lib assessments, onboarding. That's not it. I guess I could search for a chart, right? Acceler, yeah, there it is. Where does this live at? Client ID. Okay, it's a weird path, but we'll take it. And this needs data, which is going to take, what is the type of data here? Did I really see? Datum label value. Just labels and values. So like open. 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 I think I have the data. I do. So we have the data here. We get the user, we have the client, we have the answers. And we want to take the answers and we basically want to filter them on scale. So let's just pass answers into this. We'll say answers. Yeah, we forgot that we could do that. And we want to, what is the type on this? Sure. I probably have a type I can import for that, but I don't care. We're just gonna do this real quick. Answers. What did we do wrong here? So we get answers, and then let's let chart data equals we'll do a derived, right? Is that what we need for the derived? And this takes an expression, so we can just do answers, and then we'll do answers dot flat map, and we'll grab a answer, and we'll say, we'll do a little function, and we'll say if answer dot question type is scale. We'll return, it needs a, what we say it needs a label and a, is this Fleetfoot 6 or Pogues? Value and a number, or label and a number. So we'll say label will be answer dot question name, and the value will be answer dot answer, and that needs to be wrapped in a array because we're flat mapping. And then outside the if, we just return that will filter our stuff, so we get this nice list here. And we should be able to pass chart data in down here. Accelerator radar chart data is going to equal chart data. Oh, the, yeah. Value needs to be a number. So we'll just do number. First try. First fucking try, chat. And we can make this fully dynamic right before we wrap up. So Noah Khan, let's go. He's him. He's him. Big Himmy energy. All right, so we have our answers data. So we should be able to come in here and we should have, well, let's get, we'll get the other answers, I guess. Const. Can this be state? I guess not, right? That's fine. We can just do derived. Let years in bus in S. I learned to spell business from playing RuneScape. I was like, oh, I'm just like bussing in S, like Rune Essence to the bank. Bus in S, get it? Answers dot find answer dot name equals man, what do we think that is? We can do an inspect answers, and then we'll see in here a list of our array, and we can get the actual name for that because I can't remember. I didn't stream it all this week because I was in Philadelphia getting a new tattoo, working on filling out or finishing up my sleeve. I have 1 or 2 more sessions to finish up my sleeve on my right arm. One thing I didn't notice until I sat down and looked at it, I don't know if, let me pull up my video here. I showed it a couple times, but if you look in that top right corner, like the bones chipping and flying away from the skull, like it's freaking sick. Like there's so much good detail in it, like the depth to the eyes, like the gems in the dagger. I'm so happy with how it came out. That's too close. Background 1, background 2. So background 1. Am I missing a question here? Feels like I am. Oh, right here it is. I'm so dumb. Background 0. I could reduce over this, but it's not super expensive, so we're not going to. Question name. And we'll have number of households. And this will be 1. And then we'll have important outcomes. And this will be 1, replace 2. And finally, we have limiting factors. Now we have real values in here. So we can come in here and this will be limiting. Oh, we need to get the my LSP broke. And that actually needs to be dot answer. This will be important outcomes. This will be number of households, and this will be years in business. Bus in S. There it is, chat. There it frackin' is. These button looks horrible. We'll have to fix that. Don't love that at all. But we're getting there. I want to make the gaps bigger between some of these. But it's looking good. It's looking real good. All right, let's go raid somebody. They don't need, I can do anything, Boffy. We'll play with that tomorrow morning on getting these. We'll start by getting these buttons looking nice. In fact, I might, let's just do something quick right before we wrap up here. Let me grab a screenshot and we'll see what V0 can do. Copy image, delete. We don't even have V0 open. Please improve, and I don't know. Please improve and modernize the design of this component. See what it does. Yeah, we'll raid Prime. Maybe. I gotta see who's on, but let's give V0 a second here. See what it comes up with. Huh. Hey, Rick. A mocha pot. Dang, it did really good at parsing that radar chart from the image. It actually took out the I'm kind of impressed. Use the same color scheme as in the image and don't let the buttons float in negative space. Thoughts on Vue? I don't like Vue that much. I would have not liked Svelte before Svelte 5. I like Svelte 5 because it feels more like React and has closer syntax to JSX. Not that like I prefer JSX, but like templating is templating at the end of the day. Not a hill that I'm going to die on. Yeah, Tailwind UI is pretty good. Ooh. That looks horrible. That looked so bad. All right, let's find somebody to raid chat. Got 30 extra minutes in today. Got Janet going. Let's see here. Togglebit. Prime. Going JavaScript. Let's go. I'm going to watch Prime anyway, so let's go raid Prime. All right, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 to 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we'll see if we can wrap up this card. See you, chat. Have a great Thursday. Thank you for hanging out, as always.